Missed an episode of your favorite podcast? Choose from over a decade of content in our archives, not just the latest episode. All free at GCNlive.com.
Greetings, friends, and welcome to The Bright Side, your nutritional program dedicated to the understanding of the vast world of nutrition and nutritional supplementation. I'm your host, Pharmacist Ben, nutritional pharmacist from Boulder, Colorado, registered pharmacist number 12275. I specialize in using nutritional supplements where other healthcare practitioners use toxic pharmaceutical drugs and deadly medical procedures if you suspect that there are natural nutritional roads to your vitality and health and well-being, and to addressing your health challenges, whatever they may be, but you don't know where to begin. You have come to the right place. As you listen to The Bright Side every day, you are more and more in control of your body. You are more and more knowledgeable. And you know you can overcome any health issue. That is why we are here every day on The Bright Side, helping clear up the sometimes confusing world of nutrition and nutritional supplementation. Over the last 28 years of practicing pharmacy, I've seen drug-free recoveries from diabetes and hypertension and obesity and skin diseases like psoriasis, eczema, rosacea, acne, digestive ailments, autoimmune issues of all kinds. Recoveries that by the standards of modern medicine can only be called a miracle, but what is in the world of the body, what is in the world of biology, standard operating procedure. Because the human biological system, the human body, is a healing system. It's a regenerating system. It is designed divinely to heal and renew itself on a moment-to-moment basis. And while some folks may call that healing, renewing, regenerating system a miracle, it really is just the way the body works. If you have questions about health or nutrition or prescription drugs, we are here for you. We welcome your calls on The Bright Side. 844-236-6010 is our number today and every day, 844-236-6010. If you have questions about the longevity products, formulations, the longevity business, if you want to get off your meds and get on a good nutritional supplement program, if you've heard something on the news or radio you want clarified, and if you have questions about skincare products, we can help you, 844-236-6010. Likewise, if you have a success story you want to share, or if you just want to contribute to our conversation, 844-236-6010 is our number. We'll get your calls a little earlier. I'm going to try to get to calls on the second segment because phone lines are blown up here the last couple of weeks. I hate leaving people on hold. Try to call in early so we can get to as many calls as possible at 844-236-6010. If you want to purchase any of the longevity products you hear advertised on the program or recommended on the program, or if you want to join the Bright Side Ben team, make some money selling longevity products, help spread the word about the power and importance of a good nutritional supplement program, be a member of the longevity family. Be a member of the longevity culture. And it is a family, and it is a culture. I've been part of the family, if you will, for 17 or 18 years. I've watched the family grow, the longevity culture grow. And it grows because it makes sense. Using a good nutritional supplement program, using good nutritional supplements, knowing where you're getting your nutritional supplements from, learning about nutrition. This is all what we're about. This is what longevity is about, helping spread the word about how important it can be to be on a good nutritional supplement program. And a lot of folks are making some significant dinero doing it. If you're interested, it's all for a one-time $10 fee. Call the Bright Side Ben phone team, 866-735-2470. They can tell you all about it. You can order any products as well by calling 866-735-2470. Ask them about the Beyond Tangy Tangerine. If you haven't checked it out yet, find out what so many folks have been finding out over the last 17 years, and especially over the last couple of years as we've been really hitting the BTT hard, and as the Beyond Tangy Tangerine 2.0 came out about a year and a half ago. Find out what everybody's finding out, how you can really have more energy and suppress your appetite, feel better, get off your prescription drugs, or at least wean yourself to lower doses on your prescription drugs simply by using one product, Beyond Tangy Tangerine, let alone getting on the Healthy Start Pack and using the Biolumin Nightly Essence and the Jordan Rubin Beyond Organic products. Anyway, call the phone team at 866-735-2470. They can tell you all about it. Or head over to brightsideben.com or pharmacistben.com, my blog, and click on the Join the Team link. Or you can also go to criticalhealthnews.com. That's my blog that I'm doing with George Norrie and a couple other folks as well. And that's criticalhealthnews.com. Okay, so we've been talking nitric oxide for the past few days as it relates to health. Pretty much all the tissues in the body use nitric oxide. It's a gas hormone. It's especially involved in brain health. It acts as a neurotransmitter, a brain chemical that helps convey messages. It's involved in helping the body or the brain handle stresses. In a way, it's similar to serotonin and dopamine in the sense that it helps convey protection from emotional stresses, mental stresses. It's responsible, like these other chemicals, for providing a sense of well-being, a sense of positivity. These feel-good benefits, at least partially, come from the fact that nitric oxide increases blood flow to the brain, and that's always a good thing. If you're worried about dementias, Alzheimer's disease, or movement disorders that are brain-related, like Parkinson's disease, understanding nitric oxide and how to upregulate, increase nitric oxide levels is really, really important. We're going to talk about that here in a second, how you do it. But if you're dealing with movement disorders that are brain-related or any kind of brain health issues, you're going to want to take advantage of strategies for upregulating, for increasing nitric oxide production. Nitric oxide turns on chemistry in the circulatory system, veins and arteries, and the lymph. Nitric oxide allows all of the vessels of the veins and the arteries and the lymphatic vessels. It allows them to relax and dilate. That's always a good thing. More oxygen, more detoxification. If you have heart disease, heart failure, blockages, atherosclerosis, that's the technical term for hardening of the arteries. If you have any of these issues, it's likely that you're not making enough of this gas hormone. And if you have heart issues, any heart health issues, nitric oxide really can be your best friend. As we said yesterday, many drugs used to treat the heart, drugs like hydralazine and Iserdil and nitroglycerin, they prevent heart attacks or in some cases, in the case of nitroglycerin, they actually relieve the excruciating pain associated with angina. I'm telling you, angina is when your heart is dying and you're feeling it and you're awake feeling your heart dying. Can you imagine this? It's indescribable, as anybody who has angina will tell you. The pain is indescribable. Nitric oxide and nitroglycerin, Iserdil, hydralazine, these all work by upregulating nitric oxide, which opens up blood vessels, improves oxygen to the heart, detox, nutrient delivery to heart cells. Remember, all disease is cell disease, right? All disease, including heart disease, is cell disease. Heart disease is heart cell disease. And all cell disease, heart cell disease included, is rooted in a lack of nutrition, a lack of oxygen, and an accumulation of poisons, a lack of detox, a lack of detoxification. Nitric oxide, by its blood vessel opening effects, takes care of all that. Nitric oxide improves nutrition to the heart cells, and improves oxygenation to the heart cells, and improves detoxification from the heart cells. If you're stressed out, if you're feeling anxious, likewise, it's a good possibility you're not making enough nitric oxide. And this lack of nitric oxide, by the way, helps explain some of the detrimental effects we feel during periods of excessive stress. The jitteriness and the insomnia and in some cases the flat-out pain that's associated with some of these stresses can be nitric oxide issues. By the way, lack of sleep can cause nitric oxide problems too, because while we're sleeping, we're making nitric oxide. So you get this downward spiral. Anxiety causes insomnia, less nitric oxide, more anxiety, more insomnia, less nitric oxide, etc. We see this downward spiral appear a lot of times in health, and it's important whenever you're running into this kind of issue where lack of nutrition causes problems, which causes more lack of nutrition, which causes problems, which causes more lack of nutrition. And whenever you run into this downward spiral, it's important to break it by getting good nutrition, by making sure you're deep breathing and making sure you're moving your body around to improve detox, or perhaps fasting to improve detox. So nitric oxide, key player in the brain, key player in the heart, key player in respiration. It's used as a prescription medicine for respiratory therapy for preemie babies, as well as for adults who have respiratory problems. There's a drug called Inamax. It's an inhaled nitrogen medicine, and it contains nitric oxide. And nitric oxide may be responsible for some of the cardiac benefits associated with exercise. It turns out when we exercise, we make nitric oxide. When we sleep, we make nitric oxide. When we relax, we make nitric oxide. When we exercise, we make nitric oxide. When we exercise, we actually make extra nitric oxide, and then that nitric oxide is stored in the heart. And then that nitric oxide that's stored in the heart can actually act as a reservoir, a storage depot that the body will use to open up blood vessels when the heart is stressed, when the heart is deprived of oxygen. How's that? How cool is that? We make our own heart medicine. This is just another example of how fantastic, how amazing our own biochemistry is. We make our own built-in anti-heart attack medicine. How cool is that? So clearly, nitric oxide is significant stuff. And making enough of it, having enough of it around is an important health strategy, and one that you don't need a doctor for. and one that you don't need a prescription drug for. There's ways to boost nitric oxide ourselves from the comfort of our own living rooms and kitchens, or perhaps in the case of exercise-induced upregulation in the gym, and I'll tell you about some of these strategies when we come back from our break. I'm Pharmacist Ben. You're listening to The Bright Side on the Genesis Communication Network. We'll be back after this. 844-236-6010 is our number. We'll be right back.
Hi, this is Steve Spillum for Midas Resources. In 1971, President Nixon took the United States off the gold standard and put us into a fiat currency. This allowed Congress and the Federal Reserve to create trillions of dollars out of thin air. The national debt has risen to incredible heights, and your hard-earned dollars buy a small fraction of what they once did. The average life expectancy for a fiat currency is 27 years. The dollar is failing and on borrowed time. When currencies fall, people turn to gold and silver because gold and silver have been real money for more than 5,000 years. It is our mission at Midas Resources to help you preserve your capital. Don't let your personal savings shrink to nothing. For important free information on how you can protect your personal wealth, contact me, Steve Spillum, at 1-800-686-2237, extension 308. Call today while we are still accepting dollars for gold and silver. 1-800-686-2237, extension 308. Make a change in your financial security today. That's 1-800-686-2237, extension 308.
Hi, this is Sophie Winnick, longtime distributor and user of Longevity products. In the last few years, my family went through a crisis. Everything else in my life, including my business, had to be put on the back burner. Thankfully, life is getting back to normal now. But the one thing I never had to worry about was my business and my monthly commission. I've been a distributor for Longevity for over 17 years, since before it was Longevity. And I've got to say, the most amazing thing about this company is the people. While my family was in crisis, other distributors stepped in and helped my customers, simply because that's what Longevity people do, even for people they don't know. For me, it has never been about getting rich. It was about a product I could stand behind, a company I could count on, and a monthly commission check that has never, not once, been late in 17 years. Longevity is truly a business for everyone, even people who have too much to do. I'm Sophie Winnick. I'm just like you. I have a real life, real ups and downs, but I know I will always have Longevity.
Hey, guess what? They've got some great deals for Valentine's Day at Guns80.com. They're calling it the Sweetheart Special. Guns80.com has lowered the price way down to $400 up until Valentine's Day. Order your Ghost AR-15 now. Tell your sweetheart that this is the right gift at the right time. Buy one for yourself. Buy one for your sweetheart, too. Your sweetheart will thank you for being so tuned into his or her needs. Get a brand new Ghost AR-15 right now for $400. Heck, buy two. His and hers. Go to Guns80.com or call and ask for the Sweetheart Deal. Love is in the air at Guns80.com. Call now, 844-2GUNS80. That's 844-248-6780. It's a sweetheart of a deal. Actually, it's a steal at $400. So call Guns80.com at 844-2GUNS80. But hurry, supplies are limited. Call 844-2GUNS80 or get your Ghost AR-15 today at Guns80.com on the web.
What good is a Big Berkey water filter?
We get that question a lot here at BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com. And in a word, the answer is protection. Protection from water main breaks, E. coli contamination, environmental chemical spills, pesticide runoff, chlorine taste and smell, and all forms of fluoride. Plus, Big Berkey water filters are the original gravity water filter system and most trusted on the market for a reason. Tested by multiple independent NSF EPA certified labs, they are the gold standard in water purification. At only 1.7 cents a gallon, a single set of filters can last for 5 to 10 years. That means big savings. Big Berkey, the one that's powerful enough to purify stagnant pond water. Get a Big Berkey today at BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com. GCN listeners receive 5% off all ceramic filter systems. Visit our website or call 1-877-99-BERKEY. That's 877-99-BERKEY. Big Berkey Water Filters, for the love of clean water.
We are America's largest independently owned communications network, GCN.
All right, we're back on the bright side. I am Pharmacist Ben, and we are on the air Monday through Friday, 8 to 9 Pacific, 10 to 11 Central Time. We've got all the shows, all our 4+ year. It's going on 5 years worth of archives, I believe, at brightsideben.com. You can go to benfuchsarchives.com and search. Got all kinds of stuff on YouTube. By the way, if you're interested in checking out my YouTube videos with Amanda Rideout, skincare YouTube videos. Some of you know I'm in the skincare business. Got a new line of skincare products coming out here, by the way, in a couple of weeks. And anyway, if you want to check out some of our